I have a group too, and we're searching for answers in the Quran because we believe in Allah. We are Muslims, so the conspiracy about the flat is the Earth is flat. So we're searching in the Quran, and we get answers in the Quran, the science in the Quran that says about the flat Earth theory. So I want to share it with you. That you know this, that we are searching for the answers in the Quran, and nowhere in the Quran says that the earth is like a globe, but it says like, I do it like a football pitch. I lay it like down for you. It's like you have that in the Bible too, I think, the Christians. I'm gonna search that too. So we get the answers before a long time ago, but they get fool us, you know, they get fool us. So we are Muslims, we are awake too, we are searching for this like the aliens too.
Much
We
love.
search for that too.
Much
and
love.
we have for the aliens, we have another answers too, because in the Quran says, Allah says, before the humanity, the jinns live. Before the human,
Love you guys.
the jinns live, and the jinns is like the world, like what we know about the science about aliens. Maybe you can link on that. Not maybe, we know, but yeah, it's like we live now in 2025. We have technology. We can talk. We can search things, and we can talk hours. So I'm really happy to meet guys like you, to hear the truth about everything, you know. So it's like we're searching too. We don't stand still. We only searching, and the people they lay the people dumb to say no, it's like this, and so be it. No, it's not like that.
Yeah, they want it to deceive us.
Look at this, bro. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Surah Nu. Allah spread earth out like a carpet.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. That's what I mean. Like a carpet, like a football pitch. I lay it down like a carpet. It's like that. And in the hadith, they say the world is like a egg of a how you say that big bird in Africa. I don't know the name.
Ostrich.
Yes, like an egg of an ostrich. But that's a hadith. That's not in the Quran. So
Yes.
we discuss about the hadiths too, because the hadith is writing 250 years after our prophet died.
Yeah.
So that's not maybe true too, because in the hadith say about the relation with little children, you know, the relation. So it's about discussion, like the world discussion. We search, alhamdulillah, we search, and I'm happy to talk guys like you, because we think the same, and but we're searching with 100% examples. So that's the truth, like for us in the Quran.
Yeah, I'm just going to say one thing. I'm going to have to drop, but it's been nice having been on the panel again tonight. Thanks, Professor. Thanks, Pookie, Mission, Bonbon, Tron, Trutang, everyone here. I'm sure I'll be back up soon enough. Keep it going. Keep smashing them likes out, them shares. Keep getting Professor up on them that leaderboard, and always keep it flat, guys. Until next time, peace out.
You too.
Take
care.
Take care. Have a good night.
Love you all. Bye bye.
Bye. So I don't want to talk too much. I'm gonna go too. I wish you luck, everybody. I wish you good, happy days. And it was the information I want to have to join with you guys. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And my Bible, I can speak for my own, says the same thing. There's nothing about a globe. In fact, everything proves flat Earth, but we won't get off onto that. Boy, did Dr. Flat brings some information, huh? Something to think about.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, we kind of suspected it, but he actually, I mean, I don't think it gets any more provable than that.
Hmm.
Can I
I
ask
know.
a
Truth in
can I
plain
ask,
sight.
can I ask a can I ask a question about the whole like Antarctica thing?
Go ahead.
So like, do you think that Witsit and who's the other guy, the other flat earther that went down there?
Jaron.
Jaren, do you think that they got like paid off, or like, because like clearly they're lying. So like, do you think they got paid off or something?
That'd be speculation. That's something that's being discussed in the communities. There's different possibilities. There's different models that explain that align perfectly to what we saw. Then there's other speculation where we don't. What we know is that they're not releasing enough footage to make a call whatsoever, except for they're releasing information to cause us all to be divisive, like that picture over. Like the cameraman who got up on another live yesterday and put even more doubt in everybody's mind when he was asked questions. So there is a lot, and I think they're intentionally doing this to keep our mind spinning and the focus off of other things. And it's also, I believe, at a time with there's drones there's all kinds of things going on in this world, and all I know is we all have a headache from it. I mean, can anybody else agree with me on that? I have
Yeah,
another
the
headache from
Yeah,
this
drones,
stupid
I'm sick
topic.
of hearing about it and
bro.
sick of talking about it.
Yeah, the drones, bro. True. So like, what do you? Why do you think Witsit and Jaren lied?
Again, we're not making any claims. We're giving possibilities that what if they did, what if they didn't, what if they were used, what if they were pawns instead of. There's a lot of what ifs. We're not calling anybody anything, at least I don't think in this group anyone has, but we absolutely have to question things because otherwise it wouldn't be science. So it's not like placing false judgment, but we have to look at every angle, and hopefully we're careful with that. But there's just not enough to go off of other than these little tidbits they had ready for us to completely go in that area and not give like people like Joe Hanvey. And then Aloha mentioned Stephen Alonzo. He's got a model. There's all kinds of possibilities to look into that are theories. And if we're going to say that we're really following science, I think that we owe it in this community to examine all those without calling someone, you know, being a liar. They might have been used. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not getting into that part of it. But it just seems like there's an awful lot of convenient pictures dropped to get us all on the attack of one another, which is exactly what deceiving is meant to do, whether they lied or didn't lie.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, clearly they're lying though, right? Because like obviously they didn't go. So like Austin's clearly lying.
Based on Joe Hanvey's model, they wouldn't be. In fact, he predicted that. And the only way that we could disprove his model, not model, but the observation that was predicted by Joseph Hanvey was if they came out and said, listen, Joe Hanvey's a bad guy. We faked the whole experiment, which would also be a loss for them. They're not going to do that. So there's no disproving it. But there is predictions out there that said why there'd be a 24-hour sun, which is a reflection off of the dome, and it also proves a local light. So there's lots of things that are separate and apart from one another of these models, of these observations.
Can I ask? Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask about the so how exactly is the sunlight reflecting off of the dome? And can you model that consistently throughout the year?
Well,
I can model it. I can show it if you want.
So
I just said the gentleman's name that you could go look up. There's no one in this panel that can sit and walk your hand to going and looking that up, but he does show how that is possible.
I'm not
I
saying
can
it's
actually
not
do it.
possible,
I can
but how
actually
does
do
it
it. I
happen
can actually do
in
it.
reality? What is the process by which it happens? Because in order for you to say what's happening is happening, right? The light source that all this light is coming from would somehow need to change.
Again, you'd have to go look up that video. He explains it step by step and how
Well,
it's used.
I can explain it. I can explain it very good. I've explained it before. Could I explain it?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
So Brandon, so basically the sun is like basically like a spotlight, right? And like it's so like it's local and it like reflects off. Yeah.
Which shape is the sun?
Yeah.
Which shape is it?
Blue.
Because you say it's a spot. Which shape? Like
3.
That's why I recommended that he goes and looks at that
No,
model
no,
for
no,
himself.
no. Bro,
this isn't a hard question, right? This is an easy question to
No,
answer.
yeah, sure. What's the question?
Which shape is the sun?
I mean, well, so basically, they did go to Antarctica, right?
You're not answering the question.
It's a circle from our perspective.
Well,
This is
hold on.
Well, we live in 3D space, so it's.
So basically, I mean, yeah. So like it reflects off the firmament. So like, yeah.
But what
Okay,
does that mean? It's a 3D object, is it not?
Brandon.
Well, I mean, hold on.
Wait. Let me answer this for him.
Like when you put your shoes on in the morning, I mean, it like it really doesn't matter whether you go to work or not. You know.
We can't
That makes
claim
no sense.
that. I know that you're wanting it to say that it's a perfect sphere. If you look at a telescope, for example, and you look up stars, I know they have you guys believing in these CGI images, but the truth is we see lights that look that they're flashing, and no, they're not round, they're not circular, they're not perfect. I'm going to refer you back to that model, watch that video, and it'll explain all of your questions on how he made that specific observation work. He goes through it step by step.
Do you agree that the sun gives off electromagnetic radiation? AKA heat and energy.
Nope.
You agree with that?
Nope.
So then you're just stupid. I'm sorry. That's the stupidest thing I've heard all day. The sun doesn't give off heat and energy?
No. Yeah. So basically, the
believe
sun
it does.
gives off.
You can't
so
be that
basically-
stupid.
So basically, the sun like it colors itself yellow, and that's why it's yellow.
You know what? I'm not going to listen. You're obviously trolling. But
Brandon, what I do believe is
Bonbon,
that
you're
my
a
son-
retard.
Wait
Bonbon,
a
you're
second.
actually fucking retarded.
Thank you.
I'm clearly trolling.
we can't say that word. Whoever's calling fucking names, y'all are.
Sorry. She's an idiot. Sorry.
Someone dump this, Ryan, please. You don't get to come up here and name call people on the
Mission,
panel.
go fucking take care of your kids, you old ass
Brandon,
bitch.
what I'm
Stop
trying
talking
to
about
say
flat Earth on the internet for 8 hours
is
a day.
that
And go
we
get a fucking
believe-
full-time job, punk ass
Yo,
pussy.
Ryan, why are you fucking foaming out your ears? Your liquefied brain cavity. Grow the fuck up, child.
Brandon, what I personally believe, I can't speak for anybody else on the panel, what not believe, which can be proven, is that the sun cannot, however, exist in a globe situation next to a vacuum when there's energy being created out of nowhere.
it's
And
not
there-
coming out of
hang
nowhere.
Hang on. Based on your model, it was next to a vacuum that would just completely keep taking from it. And then it falls basically back to Earth where it regathers itself and then creates this light and energy. Everything that I believe needs a pressurized system to work.
What you just said.
Hang on. You ask a question. Please let me finish. Nothing can work. Nothing can work without something being in a pressurized, contained system to separate out said gases, or it would lose mass. It would not be able to regenerate itself, and since we cannot create nor destroy energy, your model does not work except for imaginary other things
Just to
that's
say,
happening
right?
that they're guessing at.
You're making a bunch of false claims about stuff that happens, so half of the shit you said is just wrong. It's just straight up wrong.
It
Okay.
may not be off chalkboard theories, but it does
No,
follow
it's
the law of
wrong.
physics
Stuff you
and
said-
every other
you
real
said-
applicable thing. What keeps applying the sun then to be that nuclear power? Why am I even feeding this?
Do you know what gravity
I was
is? Are you
actually,
going
I
to say
told
gravity
myself I
is
wasn't
fake?
going to do this.
Are you going to
and
say
that's-
gravity is fake now?
Yeah,
Well,
gravity is
you can't prove it. You can't isolate
Gravity
it.
has already been proven.
No,
You know
it has
Brandon,
not.
No, it
Brandon,
has not.
hey,
It
Mr.
has.
Brandon, not a single thing you've said since you've opened your mouth proves we live on a spinning water ball.
Who are you?
Who are you,
Read my-
Brandon? What are
Read
you
my
doing
name.
here? How did you?
So, what I need you to do, Brandon, I need you to grab a scoop of the sun or grab a scoop of gravity to confirm either of your fucking claims, your unvalidated claims.
That's a false premise. That's a false premise. What are you talking about? You
Your
can't grab
argument
the
is a
sun. You
full
can't grab gravity. Are you stupid?
Brandon, bring some proof for what you're saying.
I have proof. I
Or
have all the proof
leave.
in the world.
You have
No,
words. You have
tangible
words.
evidence.
You have
Grab
words.
the
You
scoop
have
of the
nothing.
sun, please.
8 inches per mile squared has been
Hello,
debunked for
guys.
175
8
years.
inches per mile squared doesn't mean what you think it does.
Who is this dude? He's cutting in and out. Who's this doggy guy?
Can anyone tell me the altitude of the sun?
It doesn't matter, Brandy, because it's not going to prove that we live on a spinning water ball.
I think if we can come to a consensus on the altitude of the sun, we could figure out, okay,
Here's
We've
the thing,
already
Brandon.
figured it out.
You're
You're
using
late
a
to
right
the
angle.
Brandon, you're late to the party. We've already figured it out.
so then
Yeah.
what is the altitude of the sun?
It
Tell me.
doesn't
Using a right
matter.
angle.
Tell me.
Using a right angle.
If it
we
doesn't
know
matter,
that
then
it
tell me.
can't- Yo, stop talking over everybody. Using the right angle and knowing that the vertical on the right angle never ever tilts, we know that it can't be more than 4,000 miles because we assume Earth to be a plane.
So when is the sun directly over top of your head?
Fuck.
It
You're
doesn't
just full of
matter.
questions.
It
Hey,
does
Brandon,
matter.
It
Brandon,
doesn't
how you-
prove that you
before
live on a
asking-
spinning water ball.
This is how
Before
you
asking
figure out.
any more questions,
this
just
is
respond
geometry.
with what I just said. Because we use a right angle and the vertical doesn't tilt away from us 1 degree per 69 miles like you fucking claim, we know that it's not a spherical surface. We know it's not.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about specifically? What are you talking in reference
You're
to?
asking the altitude of the luminaries. The only way we can measure them is with a right angle.
That's not true. You can use
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Look up
So the
any
only
angle of
way we can
elevation
measure the
formula known to
altitude-
fucking man.
the only way we can measure the altitude of something is by using the vertical position.
Brandon, you've given us zero proof for anything but words.
I can give. What proof are you guys gonna accept? Let's start there.
Okay, hey, let me give you some proof. We've measured the
What have you
curvature.
measured?
We've come to the conclusion there's no curvature. Have you done the same?
What have you measured specifically?
Okay, I'll explain it to
What
you.
has been
If you
measured?
live on a ball that's 24,901 miles in circumference at the equator, as we are told, there are 4 different equations to measure the curvature of the Earth if one exists. The simplest one has been used for decades. It's called 8 inches per mile squared. For instance, you go to the equator, go any direction in a 360-degree circle, and start going. At 10 miles, you'll be at... Hey, be quiet, Glurf. At 10 miles, it should be at least 66 feet of curvature. Many of us have tested it. We don't find any curvature. We find structures.
10 miles.
I'm not through talking, Brandon. I'm teaching you something so you can go do it yourself.
I'm clarifying.
This is what
right?
I'm
That's
teaching you
that
how to
works.
do an experiment if you care to do it. If not,
So can I clarify?
no, you can't. Clarify when I'm
What's
done
the point?
speaking.
Right. What's the point?
At
then?
10 miles with 8 inches per mile squared, there should be 66 feet of curvature. We find there's 0 feet of curvature. End of story. That's been debunked for 175 years.
John.
You could go to the Earth Curvature Calculator on Google. There's several of them. Put it in, anything you want. I could do it in my head. I could do it on a calculator easy. I don't even need the Earth Curvature Calculator. It's been done. It's been proven. Now let me give you some more science.
So
Water.
are we
When
gonna
it water,
stop rambling
when
for a
it
second? Or are we
lays,
gonna talk, or-
water when it's at rest, always seeks its level. That's a scientific proven
So what about in
fact.
space?
No, we're not going to talk about space. We're going to
Why
talk
not?
about the Earth we live on.
Why not? Space is
Because
a
space
part of our
doesn't
reality.
matter.
Space is part of our reality, is it not?
They do. You don't look to your ceiling to measure your floor.
I mean, you're
You are
talking about
deflecting.
conditions on
You're
Earth.
deflecting. You are
Right.
deflecting science, my friend.
I'm not deflecting science. You're
Yes,
denying
you are.
You're denying space exists.
Water, while it's at
Grab
rest,
us a
seeks its
scoop of
level.
space.
That is a fact.
So what is
Grab
level
us
in
a scoop of
space?
Grab
How do you
us a
define
scoop
level
of
in
space. If you
space?
can't,
You're
not
deflecting, Brandon. Brandon, whatever the heck your
not.
name is.
I'm asking you a question. How do you define
You
level?
don't ask
I
a
have to
question
laugh
to
here.
answer
I'm
a
sorry to
question. That's
interrupt.
deflection.
You didn't ask me a question. You made a statement that level
I
always.
told you some science. You
Yes,
don't like
made
it. I don't know what to
statements,
tell
and
you.
then now I'm asking you a question. How do
No.
you define
We're going to
level?
deal with 8 inches per mile squared. We're going to talk
I
about
know,
what we
dude.
live on.
I can. What do you want me to say about 8 inches per mile squared?
Do you agree or not agree?
You get that measurement wrong all the time.
Do you agree or not agree?
You get that measurement. What the hell? Mute him. You
Hello,
get that
guys.
measurement wrong all the time.
Hello, guys.
You don't know what you're saying, right?
Hello. Let me answer Brandon. Brandon?
You guys
What to talk about, buddy?
Brandon.
stop with that. But
I deal with flat earthers
Brandon.
all the time.
Brandon, I'm Flurf, hey? You know what is space?
What is it? Tell me.
Space is the vacuum that would suck out all the air out of the earth if we really lived in it.
So what if the force of gravity?
Because we have pressure in the earth.
So here's what I'm gonna say.
None of it
We have a
proves
pressure
that
gradient.
it's waterfall.
Can I please speak, guys?
It's not
Hold
going to
on one
matter.
second. Everybody
No, it's like
chill.
it's my first like Zilbert debunk or some shit. Let me please let me have this. Okay, bro, Brandon. The reason why gravity doesn't work is because we have a pressure gradient. Let me tell you why. Pressure.
What is that pressure gradient come from?
Nah.
Pressure is way stronger at the bottom of the planet
why?
at sea level.
Why? Why is
You
it
want to know
stronger?
why? Why, according to you, is it
Because of
stronger?
the temperature.
It's
You're
because
the
of
one
the
explaining
temperature,
what's
yeah.
happening.
Because of the temperature. The same reason why it's stronger in the valley at night. The same reason why it's
That makes
stronger
no sense.
in
Okay,
winter.
Okay, so then question, right? So then in the northern or southern extreme latitudes, right, where let's say you're in the Arctic, why is the pressure the same in colder regions?
That can help more in this
Let me finish my
situation since I'm new.
question.
Fuck your question, Brandon.
Fuck you.
You're not listening to anyone.
Fuck
We
you.
have a high and low
Fuck
pressure
you.
system that comes in and changes
Because
barometric pressure.
Let me tell you why,
daily.
Brandon.
All you're doing is screaming like a child, Brandon.
Yeah,
It's
and what does
pathetic.
flat
Arctic.
earthers
Grow up.
do?
Why we have why we have the same pressure there? You know how the
Pressure doesn't explain
temperature-
gravity.
It does, bro.
No, it doesn't. So then in
It
the
does.
Arctic, why is the pressure the same in the Arctic as it is
Because
in,
no
say,
air
the
rises
equator?
there.
It doesn't
Why is the
matter.
pressure
Air
the same
rises
in the
there
Arctic
because
as it
it's
is in the
always
equator?
It's not.
None of
because
it
it's always in
matters.
a lower. It's always in a lower pressure due to the fact that it's always cold there.
You can't have
Why is
pressure
the
without
pressure
a
the same?
rises.
container
Why is
anyway.
the pressure the same at the equator where it's warmer?
It
If the
doesn't
temperatures are
matter.
different, why are the pressures the same?
Because
None of it
Brandon,
matters.
you're saying that
because
you're
nothing
not
drops
correct
because
in any
due
way.
to the fact that it's
Do your
denser.
fucking research.
It's
It's
you
an
do
average.
your fucking research, you idiot.
14.7 is an average, you fucking donut. You keep
You're a
spewing the
donut.
same
You deny
garbage.
gravity
It
exists.
changes.
What the fuck?
Listen up, bud. Listen up.
Listen,
It
you listen
changes
up. How about that?
when a thunderstorm comes in. Why are you trying to talk over me?
What is
Like,
I
yo,
don't
are
give a
you
fuck about you. I
that
don't
deluded?
care. Like, who
Okay,
cares?
so you're making non-stop claims that you don't even know.
I can back
you
up
just
all
said
of my
multiple
claims.
times, Brandon,
Plenty of
that
time.
the pressure
Stupid
does
facts,
not
bro.
change
I
between
just
the
killed a whole
equator.
professor right now,
That's not what I
bro.
said.
And I think I'm a newbie.
I never said the pressure doesn't change along the equator. I asked you a question, right? If you're
Okay,
claiming,
so
if you're
I don't care about your questions.
well,
Here's
then
the
fuck
thing.
you.
With the turkey
Well, then fuck
baster, Brandon,
you.
I can prove
Fuck
that that
you.
slight vacuum defies gravity
You
and
can't though.
overpowers
That's
gravity.
impossible. You can't
Because,
do that.
listen, shut the fuck up, you donut. Shut the fuck up. And
You
here's what I'm going to say.
You
The
donut.
intermolecular forces of gases prove that there is no downward bias. They're free
How are
to
you going to
move
talk about fundamental forces and
unrestricted
deny
in
gravity?
any different
Make it
direction,
make-
including upward. So gravity doesn't affect it, you fucking child.
So you're going to
Grow
talk
up.
about
If
fundamental
gravity,
forces, then
if
deny
gravity
gravity.
affected things, dude, if gravity affected
Make
things,
sense.
a
Come on.
2 kg
Make it
ball
make sense.
would
Do better.
weigh more in a helicopter
Drop
than it
down.
does in the ground.
Thanks for having me
Right?
up. This guy's a
Fuck
fucking piece of shit
you.
donut.
Fuck you.
Straight up.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
He's a moron, bro. He's a
You're a
moron.
donut.
If
How about
gravity
that?
worked on the Earth, bro, we would have a 2 kg weight weighing more on the surface of the Earth
So what
than
is
it does on a
what is the
plane
difference?
in high altitudes, because gravity is weaker there, right?
None of it matters, everybody, because gravity. Are we
It's
talking
false.
about Newtonian gravity? Are we talking about Einstein gravity? Are we talking about the new theories? It doesn't matter. It's not even considered a force anymore. None
All
of it
is
proves
false.
we live on a globe. It's all deflections to look at the sky, to talk about everything else other than what we physically live on. They're all deflections.
Okay,
Water,
bro.
when it's at rest, always seeks its level. That's a scientific fact. Scientific fact. To deny it proves you're living on the lunatic fringe, because science has already stated that for, I don't know, thousands of years.
What's the difference between mass and weight?
Water, when it's at rest, seeks its level.
What's the difference
That is your
between mass and
proof.
weight?
But we
Weight is
live on
what
a
is
flat
measured,
surface.
dude.
Well, what are we? Okay, but what are we measuring from that weight? What are we measuring?
We're measuring the mass and the density.
That's not. But mass and you can. What are you talking about? Mass and density don't equal weight. That's not what that. That's not what weight is.
Weight is what, according to you?
Weight is force times gravity,
Force times
or
gravity.
force times mass.
What is gravity? Gravity doesn't have a number, bro. The only thing that has a number is the gravitational
I never
constant.
said
So you're
gravity
lying.
has. I never said gravity has a number. When did I
How
say
do you
that?
measure it without timesing it?
What do you mean? Gravity is,
You
or
said
it's
you said mass. You said what's this? Weight is force times gravity, right?
Or I got it mixed up. It's force times mass, and that force is gravity. So you're just
Yeah, that's what
substituting.
that's
You
what
could also
no,
insert
it's not
inertia
gravity,
in there
because
and
if
do
it
that
was
same.
gravity, it would,
Guys,
dude,
puppy dog. I don't know how to say your name. MPIL, whatever.
impure
Professor brought
DC,
me
man.
back up. God love him, because everyone else is probably like, no, not her again. I'm telling you, we're off track. We cannot prove gravity. It's never been
Yes, we
isolated.
can.
And hang on, let me finish. I'm tired of being talked over. Also,
I don't care.
it can be replaced with inertia forces. It can be replaced, and you can't even talk about gravity without grabbing on to other laws of physics to explain it. They
Exactly.
cannot isolate it, and they have said over and over again it's so weak that it is much weaker than electromagnetics even. But yet you're saying it's so much stronger, but
It's
yet then you
stronger
can't
over large
describe.
forces, correct? Over large distances, right?
You're going up against every other
Stronger
scientist
over
who's
large
agreeing with you
distances.
on that. But the point is, we're not going to get caught up in this because you can't prove gravity. Why
It's
don't we
already
talk
been
about the
proven.
curve again?
Been
Something
proven.
physical, something measurable. How about other laws like magnetism and things that
What do you
we've
know about
always.
magnetism?
That's the thing. That's the thing. Magnetism, dude. You never see magnetism pulling a heavier object towards it better than it will do a lighter object. Which means gravity is false. It's the only, like, what's
What?
this? It's the
That makes
only
no
There's
sense.
also
force that
laws
would
of
do that shit.
attraction. There's also
That's not what
electrostatics.
That's not what
Okay,
magnetism means.
Brandon, one last time. So to get this back on track, you still haven't been able to ever say how the sun could re-energize itself, and we're
What do
getting
you
into a
mean
bunch of things that
re-energize
don't
itself? That
deal
makes
with
no
the flat
sense.
Earth. No, because
What do
they
you
don't make sense
mean
to you.
re-energize itself?
They don't make sense to you. Let's
No,
go back
dude,
to
the
flat
sun,
Earth
the sun
firmament
is
and
made up of hydrogen and what's this? And helium, bro. How did it form in the fucking
Professor,
first
I'm
place, bro?
trying. I can't get them off of this gravity thing that they can't even prove. So
Then dump them both, because gravity has nothing to do with the
Sorry,
shape
don't
of
dump
the
me.
You're
Earth.
Sorry,
just
sorry about
wrong.
that.
It doesn't have anything to do with the shape of the Earth.
It doesn't has
Sorry
nothing to
about
do with
that.
the
It
shape
has
of the Earth.
zero to do with the shape of the Earth. Gravity, and we don't. Are you talking about Newtonian gravity or Einstein gravity or the new gravity that's out today? Which one are we talking about, Brandon?
Why does it?
I'm
Why
still
is it
referring to
talking
gravity as
about
a force.
gravity?
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know it's not even a force anymore.
yeah, they had to create three other forces to describe the first force that didn't make sense. And instead of ditching the theory and realizing, well, they did realize that they have a reason why they're pushing this, but instead of starting from the drawing board, they just
Bon, I have a
adding
question
more
for you.
stuff on it to make. I'm not going to talk about gravity anymore.
It's not
because
about
you
gravity.
believe
It's
it to
not
be
about gravity.
true.
I promise. It's a different question. So, if you don't think gravity is real and you don't think weight is real, right? Do you get offended?
First of all, we never said that weight isn't real, but it can
So
also
then,
be
what is
explained by
weight? Weight is
inertia,
a product of
density,
gravity. Weight is a
buoyancy,
product.
inertial forces against it. Which, by the way, did you know that the formula to get inertial mass is
Weight is a
identical to
product of gravity.
gravitational
You
mass?
dumbass. Come
Blah blah
on,
blah.
don't be stupid.
I'm not
Please.
being
I think we need to have a zero tolerance policy for like name calling on here. The second they can't win an argument, they resort to name calling. Thank you.
I got rid of him. He's a piece of crap. I'm
Thank
sick and
you.
tired of listening to him.
So disrespectful.
We shouldn't have engaged him. We should have went right back to the shape of the earth. It's a deflecting question. We could talk about it all day long. Y'all know that it's a
I
waste of time.
tried.
I know you did. I know. I tried too, but
No, I'm just saying.
then we had people want to engage about gravity. It doesn't matter. Gravity does not matter. We could give them gravity and still say we live on a flat Earth. It's a useless argument. It doesn't prove the Earth is round at all, and it doesn't mean anything. Really, it doesn't.
But I gave it my
So
best.
can you
I
explain what
I'm
is
just not
way?
assertive enough of you guys. So I did try. I'm kind of proud of myself, actually.
You
'cause-
did. He just was.
You did. You did
He
good.
wanted to engage, and people
The
engaged him on
the
accident.
fact that he resorted to insults means you won the argument.
Yeah, that's why I dumped him. I said when people start calling each other stupid, it depends, but he was getting overly stupid. He was being stupid, so I got rid of him.
Okay, guys, sorry about this. How did you guys, end up flat Earth?
Long story, dude.
Because me,
So
it was
what
just
is
somebody
way?
saying that the Freemasons are into this, and then
Not me. It
it's
had nothing to do with Freemasons or nothing. Had nothing to do with any of that for myself. Nothing to do with it.
And then what was your reasons, dude? Please give me the story.
17 years ago, I became a geocentric individual. I read a book called The Geocentric Bible that somebody gave me. This is 17 years ago. I studied the Bible and I realized that the geocentric model of the earth was in the Bible from cover to cover, and many other writings as well. So I became a geocentric individual, and then but I still believe we live on a globe. Then about 10 years ago, I came into the whole flat earth, realizing that the earth was flat and geocentric, not still a sphere. It made more sense because the idea of a firmament would work better over a flat surface than around a globe. That's the basis of how I got into it. And from there, I got even deeper with learning so many more proofs. I did my own experiments, my own observations, 8 inches per mile squared. And then that's how I got into it. And I just stayed into it. So it goes back several years for me. For me, that is.
So, dude, what do you think is like their whole, agenda with this shit, dude? Like,
Well, you got several people that are honestly don't get it. They're laughing at us. I mean, I had my friends laugh at me when I first told them about it, and I'm careful who I share it with. If I don't think somebody's open, I'm not going to talk about it. And I still got close friends that we don't see eye to eye on it. I've not got rid of them or anything. But then there are people that, for some reason, they just don't like us. These would be like anti-flat Earth people. It's not one thing to just defend living on a globe and the heliocentric model. That's one thing. But then there's a whole other crowd. It seems like they're hell-bent on attacking everybody for some strange reason. And I don't know. I can't tell you what people's motives are. I don't know.
that's it.
I
No,
don't go in
I'm
there. So I
talking.
don't go to their lives and jump in
No,
there and
bro.
cause trouble.
I'm talking about the people who lied in the first place, dude. Like from Eratosthenes or whatever that Greek
Well, I don't
guy
think
who
he was
did that
lying. I just
fucking
think he didn't know.
No, bro, he definitely knew. He was on some, secret society type shit, bro. Like,
I don't know. They're people way back. They just thought they believed something, but it never caught on. But there's secret societies today. I believe it. There's no doubt. Yeah.
the Elons and stuff, the everybody, the billionaires, the astronauts, even. Like, what is their whole agenda with this? Is this like Project Blue, whatever?
Dude, I don't know. Well, why do people lie? I don't know. Why did your girlfriend cheat on you? I don't know why people do. I can tell you this much. Ultimately, there's an evil force called the devil, Satan. Maybe I'd describe. He's behind it. I guess is the best. If you want to get right down to the brass tacks, I believe in God. I believe in the Bible. So perhaps the enemy is the real enemy all along. That's behind it. I don't really know. I can't tell you. I can't crawl inside someone's head and tell you why they do what they do. I don't know. I don't know why people lie. I don't know why people. We can see that there is some sort of agenda.
with the rockets and stuff and all that Neuralink, because somebody had a theory about it saying like, they'll connect all our minds and all
I don't know, dude.
all
I
of the
have no
7
clue.
billion minds, equal God's mind, and then he'll try to get back into the realm in which he was created. Do you think that's possible as well?
Dude, I doubt that that's what it is. Connecting everybody's minds or anything like that. I doubt it. This is my
He's
opinion.
trying to get that, when we were created, right? We were created to basically like, become gods. There were 2 trees on the Garden of Eden, isn't it? Like, the other tree was gonna, kill you and stuff, give you the knowledge of good and evil. But then there was this other tree called the tree of life, that, like, and then the fact that, they say you're the image of God and stuff. Don't you think that that tree allows you to become what Satan wanted to be in the first place? And then now he's trying to get back into it. To get it, like.
Well, I don't
Because
want to
that
get too
was.
deep into it in my opinions on that. I could tell you what I believe about that, but I don't want to push it on this site because I'm not the host. I don't.
Oh,
I'd rather not talk and go down that. I'd rather take a left turn and go back to the topic. Okay. I do not
okay.
believe any human being is deity or can ever be deity. Let me put it to you that way. We are not deity.
Okay.
We will never be deity. That's my opinion without getting into it too deep. But I do believe we do have a God that created us in his image,
Me
yes.
too,
But we
bro.
are not that God.
Me too.
That's how I see it. But
Me
yes, I
too.
believe we as humans live far below our potential. There's no doubt about that. We live way below our potential.
Way.
Because we've been tricked and deceived into so many ways, we should be farther advanced, I think, and know more about all kinds of stuff. So I do believe that, yes, yes.
Bro, dude. We are so low right now, bro. Like, okay, that Antarctic TFE thing, how do you feel about it? Is there 24-hour sun? Because, my opinion is it's reflecting off the dome. I even asked them on their videos, why is it changing shape as it's going towards the mountain if that's
I
not
don't, man. I've looked
reflection?
at everything. I've looked at everything you've looked at. I've heard every possible explanation there is, and I'm withholding judgment. I don't know. Perhaps there was there was a working model put out for a flat Earth prior to this whole Antarctica thing. So there may be something to that. Uh, I don't. None of it matters to me because it never mattered to begin with. Because a 24-hour sun, one way or the other, does not prove that the Earth is a globe. So
Does not.
it doesn't prove anything except that people are witnessing something in the sky. I wasn't there. I don't know what they claim to have saw or didn't seen. I don't know. Of course, there's a lot of weird stuff going on that's coming out. So I'm withholding judgment on whatever happened. But whatever the results were, it doesn't matter to me one way or the other. I'm unchanged. 24-hour sun had nothing to do with me coming into the flat Earth years ago or geocentric beliefs and all that. It had nothing to do with it. Zero.
But a quick tip, they ever ask you about that, ask them why did it change shape? Because that's reflection to me, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
who
it just
knows? Yeah,
has
I've
to.
seen it. Who knows? It could be. I don't know. I don't know. It'll all come out
Like,
eventually. I think
that thing
everything's going to
changed
come out
shape, bro. It
eventually.
was like, it was oval, and then when it got back to being round again, and then it became oval again as it went down, dude. That's like
Well, who knows?
the
I
guy.
don't, dude. I don't know. I'm just like you. I don't know what it is, what it could mean. I really don't know. And all we're doing is speculating, and it's immaterial. It's not going to change one thing on the shape of the Earth. Nothing.
But these losers, dude, they keep giving us points because they like when you proposed that model, I was like, damn, I just saw this, dude. Like they keep giving us points, dude. They keep giving us points, so many points. Like they could mention gravity, we just debunk it right away. They end up being ignorant, and this guy Brandon was
It's all
calling
the
you names and shit.
deflection. What they do is they don't want to talk about the shape of the Earth. You start nailing them with basic, simple science. They want to deflect it. They want to start looking at the sky. They want to look at the sky and talk about everything under the sun other than the very Earth itself. And I get frustrated with it, so I I'll speak right through it, and we're going to get back to the Earth, or I would just dump them every time because they're just deflecting. They don't want to have an honest conversation. They're deflecting science. They are the science deniers. Water, while it's at rest, always seeks its level. That's an absolute, indisputable scientific fact.
And speaking about water, have you ever
on a ball that's 24,901 miles round at circumference at the equator, then the equation 8 inches per mile squared can be used, and it should show some curvature. We are finding no curvature, and this information is nothing new. People have been doing this for over 100 years, doing these same experiments. So and observations. These guys are late to the party. It's over. It's already been debunked. Every bit of it's been debunked.
And no matter.
Have you ever seen that
and I'm not being
Flat
disrespectful.
Earth Dave like debate, bro, where he's like okay,